actually dirty, but whatever. Are you guys like me? Like, I never know where I leave my glasses. I mean, these are not mine. These are my boyfriend's glasses, but they're cute. They look nice on you, girl, but whatever, let's go to the point. So I wanted to do this video because I wanted to explain a little bit about how my journey with getting to know languages and stuff started, and I thought this would be a good theme just to start with. So I've always loved learning languages, and especially English. Yeah, I used to be the kid that used to sing in English and didn't know the words, and I would just make them up and, you know, just do a related sound. I would sing as if I know English like no one's business. So yeah, I used to sing. We always had the radios. I was born and raised in Portugal, so we used to listen radio, and of course in the radios you would listen English and Portuguese music and stuff. So yeah, whenever an English music would come up, I would just, oh yeah, this is my jam, and I would just make up the words, and that's it. Like no one's business. That started a little bit. So yeah, so when I was in school, English was my first language in school. I started learning English, and then eventually on the 7th grade, that's when I started to have French. And let me tell you something, I had 6 years of French, and I can tell you that on those 6 years of French, I couldn't put up a sentence, like nothing, like zero. Do you remember once I was in French class, and this was a day we were learning about vegetables, and I remember my teacher was like, oh, so this is how you say carrots, this is how you say this is how you say that like that. When you go to France, you won't be starving yourself. And I'm like, as if that was true. 6 years of French and I couldn't say a sentence. That's fine. I always managed to go through my evaluations. Of course, I would get my A's and B's, and I would go, but because I would study for those classes, and yeah, that's how I would be done with it. But yeah, so when I finished high school, which I think is until 12th grade, you go to university. My degree is in tourist information, and I actually started having Spanish, which was my first time. Of course, back then I already knew some words, this and that, but it was nothing specific like what I was gonna have in my university classes. So yeah, I started having Spanish, although I had probably the worst teacher. And I'm saying the worst teacher not because she didn't know what she was teaching you, but because she would miss a lot. Like, oh Lord, she would miss a lot. Like, let's say in a week you would have 2 classes of Spanish, yeah, and sometimes we would have 1, and sometimes we wouldn't even have it because she would miss a lot. I don't know, she probably must have had some other jobs, and then she couldn't make it to school, but it was really bad. So yeah, to be fair, I was pretty bad in Spanish back in university. So yeah, I mean, I didn't feel like I had the same motivation. I mean, back then in school, to be fair, I didn't have no motivation to learn languages whatsoever. So yeah, fast forward, I didn't have any French when I was in school. On my last year of university, this is when I heard about this program that you could actually do abroad. And the program's name is Leonardo da Vinci. And it's pretty much like Erasmus, which you guys probably know about. Erasmus, you do a semester abroad. With Leonardo da Vinci is when you finish your degree, you get to have a job experience abroad, which is what I did. So yeah, back in the days, I remember me and my friend, we were so excited to go and do this program. We were like, oh yeah, girl, we're gonna go, we're gonna have a good time. This is gonna be like vacations for us both. Back in that time, we were, like, say, in the middle of finishing university, so they gave us this paper that we had to sign in order to know when we could apply to do this program, which is what me and my colleague did. This is like a good message for everyone that's out there, and you want to do something and you feel fearless, and especially if you're young. Like, I remember getting out of that because this was a conference that this lady came to my school to let us know about how the program worked. And so she came to our school, she gave us all this information. Me and my friend, we were so excited for it. But then I had, can I call her the Debbie Downer? Yeah, I remember me and my friend, when we left the conference, we were so excited. We were like, oh yes, we're definitely doing this. You know, we didn't know what we were going to do, but we were like, oh yeah, this is such a good experience. It's going to be really good for our CVs. And then Debbie Downer, she was like, no, I can go. I have a boyfriend, and you have stuff in your life that you have to take care of. And I'm like, serious? Me and you, we were what? 20 years old. I'm like, what the heck do you have to do on 20? What are your responsibilities at 20 years old? Because that's what she was saying. She was saying like stuff like, oh no, I have responsibilities at the time and I can't just leave like that. I'm like, the only responsibility she had back then was her boyfriend, which I knew that was a long time relationship. But hello, this is something that's going to be good for you, this is part of your development, as a person, and it's such a good experience. And plus, it's financed by the EU, the European Union. So, like, come on, you get to go abroad and learn a new culture and a new language, all financed by the European Union, and you're like, which world do you live? When we finished degree, me and my colleague, 6 months after, we received the notice saying the applications are open. You can now apply to do Leonardo da Vinci's. Oh my God. When me and my colleague, we knew about it, we were like, oh yes, we're straight now. We're doing it. We're going to do this. And there were 4 countries that you could apply for. Italy, Spain, France, Ireland. Yes, Ireland. I always loved English. And English was always my language, so I said, yeah, so let's do English. My friend, English was never her forte. She never had English until she got to university, so English was always a very big struggle for her. So we said to ourselves, okay, so let's apply first to Ireland. We're both going to go to Ireland, and then on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spaces, because you could put the 4th one, because you could probably not be called for the first country, but probably for the 2nd or the 3rd. So yeah, and then the 2nd and the 3rd, I think we both did different things. Yeah, so I think I had Ireland as a 1st, Italy as a 2nd, and France as the 3rd. Yeah, so me and my friend, we did the application, we sent the application, our application got approved like it has been received. And then I remember my friend, she got a call like a month after, and I was like, whoa. And she's like, yes, I'm going to Ireland. Yeah, she was so excited. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. But no one called me yet. So I was like, this is not good. So yeah, I was literally waiting for my phone call. And back then, I was at a job experience at the travel agency in Lisbon, which is really, really nice as a first job experience. I really liked it. So yeah, well, 3 weeks after my colleague got her phone call, I got my phone call. The thing was, I was working. I still remember this thing like it was yesterday. So yeah, I was working and I get the phone call. Hi, is this Nilsa? Like, yeah, it's me. Oh, hi, my name is this, and I'm calling from the university, just to let you know that you got chosen to do Leonardo da Vinci in France. I was at work, like, on the phone, and I'm like, okay. I'm at work. I can't be, like, jumping and doing all this stuff, right? So, okay. And the lady was like, you don't seem very excited. I actually need an answer by tomorrow to know if you'd like to go, if you're going or not to France. I'll expect your phone call. If not, I'll give you a call just to know what your answer is. Okay, thank you. To be fair, at that point, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, and it's not Ireland as we were planning, it's France. But after thinking a bit about it, I was like, hold on, this is actually a very good opportunity for me, because I was already very fluent in English. Not that I didn't need a bit more development, and probably my English would be way better, let's say. Well, hold on, so like I'm gonna get to know a different language, like actually speak it, actually know and speak a different language, which is gonna be like wonderful, right? But then eventually I called my colleague. I was like, well, look, I was placed in France. I don't know. But then I remember I went home and I talked with my parents. My parents was like, look, you're doing this. My parents were like, yes, you're doing this, definitely, you're gonna go. Like it's an experience abroad. Can you just understand the level of things, like the things that you will get by going abroad and getting to know a different culture? I decided that I was gonna go to France, and that was it. So this was back in November, and then eventually in December, the travel agency wanted to renew my contract, but I said, well, yeah, I do appreciate that, but I'm still gonna go to France. So yeah, and then in February, that's when I packed my baggage and I went to France. So yeah, I think I'll talk about my experience in France in a different video, because otherwise it's going to be a really long video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do these live sessions, because I'm really excited about it. I really want to get to know different people and start practicing my other languages. Like the other day, I was trying to speak Spanish, and my Spanish is rusty. It's rusty. So I definitely need to start practicing. So I'll definitely let you guys know when I have my page. So yeah, thank you for watching. And as I said, if you're interested in this kind of thing, of getting to know people, practicing different languages, just join the page, okay? Thank you very much. Bye.